right into it. I already did my eyebrows off camera because you guys have seen me do them 100 times. And I feel like I just want to jump right into the look. So let's prep the skin. We're going to use our L'Oreal Tout Éclat Bleu Primer. No different than your Maybelline Baby Pore Eraser. So don't feel like you have to go out and get this. I think I've mentioned this in another video. But it was a gift and, you know, I'd be rude if I didn't use it. So I'm going to go ahead and put it in the areas that I show crazy pore game. Like the pores are out of control. So that's just in this area here. And then what I'm going to do is take my Becca Evermatte Poreless Primer Protector. And I'm going to put that directly on my nose. Nose, forehead, and chin. Because I find those to be like my shiny points throughout the day. And the Becca primer, in my opinion, is just the most mattifying. You dig? Just like in the center of my forehead. So now that we're prepped and ready to rock, let's start with concealing. Today I'm going to conceal with my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in Dark 2 xoxo. Dude, these names. Dude. Then I'm going to take my Beauty Blender and blend it in. Then for foundation, today I'm going to use my NARS All Day Luminous Weightless Foundation in the color Dark 2 New Orleans. I utilize this more in the winter months because I find that it does kind of give me a luminosity that I don't really want to promote too much in the summer since I'm already oily and I kind of produce my own luminous appeal. So it's still kind of chilly here, so I can get away with this for a couple more weeks. But as soon as we hit mid-June, ladies, like it's a wrap. I'm just going to go ahead with my finger and apply this on my face. So next up, I typically highlight, but I want to do something different today that I've been, doing a little bit of research on. I want to see how it looks. So essentially, we would be putting on a concealer that's 2 shades lighter than our complexion to really lift the points of the face that the sun kind of makes hollow on the face. So typically under the eye, you place it along your bridge of the nose, forehead, cupid's bow, and chin, just to really lift those areas that are a little bit more sunken on the face. But instead of using a concealer, you guys, I want to use a liquid highlighter. And I'm going to go in with my Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in the color Opal. Because I'm really going for a glow like no other. I just kind of want to be lifted a little differently. And I just want to see how this looks on darker skin people. I've only seen this done on not fair, but medium to say tan to high yellow. Sorry, I really can't describe. But I want to see what it's going to look like on darker skin tone. So bear with me. I'm going to use a foundation brush and apply it just as I would a highlighter. And if this goes completely awry, like, fair warning and disclaimer. So I'm going to take that same Beauty Blender and then I'm going to blend this in as I would a concealer. Next, I'm going to go in with my contour. I've decided to go with the powder contour today. You know how I feel about my Anastasia Beverly Hills Corab. So that's what I'm just going to grab and just place in the hollows of my cheek around the perimeter to kind of bring a little bit more definition and snatchosity to this face. And then along the jawline too. Not a necessary step, but if you girls have a couple double areas that you want to hide, definitely do so with a darker contour powder. All right, so I know you guys are like, Amber, what are you going to do with that? With that skin perfector that you just applied all over in your highlighted area, like, are you going to set that? Like, are you going to set that? I am going to set that. But what I'm going to go in is with a pressed powder rather than a loose powder. And this is the black powder in the color Light. It is a translucent powder that can set most cream products. So I'm just going to go with a very light hand and one of my e.l.f. blush brushes, just because it has a really good diameter for the area that you're going to be applying. I'm just going to do a light coat because I don't want to have too much movement, but I also still want that shine, for lack of a better word, or glow to still seep through. Okay. Then we're going to go in with our bronzer. You all know what I use. I haven't steered away from it yet, even though I've had my eye on a Guerlain bronzer that I may pick up just for the sake of trying something new. It's more on the higher end, and I just feel like if you can get a drugstore option and it works just as good for literally fraction of the price, then, you know, why reinvent the wheel? But I'm going to go in with my CoverGirl Queen Collection in Ebony Bronze, just to bring a little bit of warmth and really to blend the highlight and the contour together. And for the lid today, to kind of keep it relatively simple and super 1, 2, 3, I'm going to use one of my ColourPop cosmetic, sorry, I'm going to use my ColourPop cosmetic shadow in the color Game Face. It's more of like a bronzy gold, which, you know, since I'm going for like a completely, you know, disco ball today, I felt that it would be such a dope color to try out. Again, I mean, I've used this once before some time ago. I really can't remember, but what I love most about ColourPop Cosmetics is that you can just apply with your finger, so it makes it super effortless. Then I go into the same routine that I do with my transition colors. I'm going with Morocco first, just above the crease. Like, you totally can stop here, put your lashes on, and keep it pushing just to kind of have a very natural glow, effortless look. But for me, I do like to have a little bit more definition on my outer corner just because I have hooded lids and you can kind of lose a little bit of the work that you've done. So I'm going to go in with, what is it, Swiss Chocolate from MAC. And then I'm going to use just a tapered blending brush. And the one I'm using today, it's actually a tapered crease brush, excuse me, by Sigma Pro and the number 19. Tap in there, get that access, and then just in the outer corner, drop Swiss chocolate in the mix. Now, one thing that I didn't do when I was filling in my brows was I didn't highlight under my brow bone. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. You guys have seen me do this before. I'm using my Select Cover Up in NW45. I just apply a little bit on the back of my hand. And you guys, I have had this brush for like 3 years. It's my favorite brush. I've gone on vacation and forgot this brush, and I felt lost, y'all. I felt like what is the word? Like, who are you? You know? So it's one of those brushes that just go with me everywhere I go if I'm traveling. And this is my Sigma, see the numbers even rubbed off, E15 flat definer. And I feel like even when days that I don't even put makeup on, but I never leave home without a brow. That has been my mission since day one. This is just something that is always in rotation. Sorry about that text message. So then I'm going to go ahead and just define and lift my brow bone area. But you know, you can always use this as a cleanup option too. Lower lash line, again, something that I go to more often than not. I mean, essentially, whenever I'm not wearing a heavy liner on the top, I put on a liner on the lower lash line. And vice versa. If I have a heavy liner, I tend to not do a lower unless it's date, night, evening functions. Then I'll go ahead and vamp it all out. And this is my favorite eyeliner. This is the Carbon Black Extra Intense Liquid Pencil Eyeliner. So interesting. By L'Oreal. I like to get a liquid pencil. So I place it on my lower lash line, then I go in with my pencil brush, and I'm using my MAC 219. And I blend it all out. You want it to look soft and seamless, not harsh and in your face. Then I'm going to take one of my favorite mascaras at the moment. This is my Roller Lash by Benefit. I'm not going to lie, Jeffree Star turned me on to this one. I do love a good drugstore mascara, but I also love me Jeffree. So I went on ahead and trusted him. And I'm going to go ahead and prep my lashes. And it is a nice mascara one with this one. Like, it grabs even my little itty bitties. And I'm just prepping my lashes for my falsies. Then for lashes, I'm going to go in with my Cocoa lashes in the style Cocoa. So I'm going to be mixing a whole lot of shit. I'm going to have my Glow Kit by Anastasia Beverly Hills. I'm going to have my Becca Shimmery Skin Perfector in Opal in the powder formation. Yes, she dropped and broke, but she did not go in the trash. And I'm going to go in with my all too familiar Morphe with my Morphe 501 brush. Just the highest points of your cheek. That's what I did. Like, I feel like when I broke it and did the whole alcohol thing, it like intensified the product. I'm not even going to lie. Like, I was all about it prior, but like, love it more. And I like to go in with my angled blush brush. Spread that in. Then I'm going to go in with Golden Bronze from the Glow Kit. Typically, I mix all four of these, but I just want something a little bit more bronzy and layer it on top. Guys, see that glow? It's about the glow. We're glowing today. You know? And then for blush, we're going to go in with Ambering Rose by MAC. I just have to find her. She's right here. This is like an absolute staple, and I feel like every brown girl, I don't care on what range of the scale, should own this. It's beautiful. I'm going with my blush brush from Sigma. It's, oh, I'm sorry, this is the large angled contour brush in F40. Get my little smile on. Drop my blush there. The lip today, I'm going to keep it super neutral. What I did when I wore this and got a lot of compliments. I always use Plum Liner by MAC, even if it's a neutral, even if it's like a light pink. I just think it's less harsh than Chestnut. Love Chestnut. I mean, that's always going to be something every one of us should be using on a day-to-day basis. But Plum is a good secondary option. It's going to line the lips. Give a little background light to this nude gloss. And this is Bare Secret by Milani Cosmetics, my absolute favorite. They don't sell it anymore in the store, so I buy it in bulk online. She's pretty. And see how that plum lining gives you like a little bit of color, but it's very like natural color of your lip nude. And then I set my whole face with my absolute favorite. She's back in rotation. This is Urban Decay De-Slick Makeup Setting Spray Oil Control. I love this product. I mean, the only thing that I would gripe about is that being brown. This bottle looks disgusting, so I keep it home. I can't even take it on gigs because it's just not a cute look when you have your whole presentation laid out. Spray the whole face. And I'm a believer that if it smells like not pretty, it's doing something. Because if it's too pretty, it's like eating away at everything that I need it to not do. Like I need everything to stay put. So we dry that out. And there you have it, ladies. This is my easy glow up. You do not have to use a liquid skin shimmering perfector as your highlighted area if you want something, you know, like your basic, not basic in a negative, but like your standard, shall I say. Concealer, feel free to do so. You guys have seen me do that so many times on my channel, but I really just wanted something that was just about skin and looking healthy and looking super glowy and effortless, especially with the eyes, like nothing too detailed, nothing too strong. You don't have to go with such a dramatic lash as say a Cocoa lash. Maybe you want to go back to like an Ardell. I just typically go back and forth because I have no shame in my game. But if you were interested in, you know, similar but kind of easy 5 to 10 minute looks, definitely mention that in the comments below. Until our next video, gems. Bye.